Well, Buff Nation, another wonderful piece of news. We're going to get into it. Four-star wide receiver. This guy's a beast. 6'4", CJ Wilson, naming reportedly, according to Rivals, Colorado in his top 5. We'll get to that here in just a minute. But of course, want to invite you guys to join the conversation. Get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on here. Like, subscribe. Thank you to everybody who's found the channel recently. We are well on our way to 10,000 subscribers. Who would have ever thought? And I had to make this video. CJ Wilson or Wiley. Sorry, I keep on wanting to call him Wilson. CJ Wiley. He has not visited Colorado yet. He's a recent Florida State decommit. So you always love to see that, right? And we're going to take a look at some of his highlights, read his scouting report, and talk about kind of where he would potentially fit with the Buffs. But when you start winning, guys, this is the type of stuff that starts to happen. Getting this fantastic momentum. And I had to get on here and put, good juju into the universe, so to speak, just like what we've done with Julian Lewis over the last year, right? And I think things are looking pretty good for Julian Lewis right now going to the Buffs. I still feel very good about it. Now it's time to start the hype train for CJ Wiley. We want CJ. Absolutely. And let's go ahead and dive into his highlights. Again, as I pull these up, please join the chat, like, and subscribe. Again, what's up, Ken B? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the chat. Let me pull this up here. You guys are going to love these highlights, man. No doubt about it. Big-time playmaker. Imagine this guy with somebody the likes of Cordell Russell, Omarion Miller, Draylon Miller, Cam Michael, Terrell Timmons. 6'4". 6'4". So he would be right up there with Omarion Miller, Cordell Russell, Terrell Timmons. Just beautiful. He's got the speed to get past the defense rather easily. Take a look at here. Just makes the ball tracking look very, very easy here. This is a very difficult catch to make over your shoulder, off balance, and, he hauls it in. He makes it look easy. He's a 93 rated guy on 24/7. I think he's like closer to 95 overall with the composite. But when you're combining size, speed, and strength, it doesn't get any better than that. So, you can see he's running a lot of go routes, a lot of long posts. This is, he fits perfectly into our big play, fun style of football here. He can go up and get it. See, look, can get past that safety rather easily. Really exciting player. The other 4 schools involved right now in his recruitment, again, since decommitting from Florida State, which is, again, one of the best stories in college football this year. Florida State is when you can go undefeated to probably 1-11, with a school and a fan base that's talked as much mess towards us as possible. That is one of the best, most ironic and vindicating seasons, from another team, from a Buffs fan perspective. So he saw the product that was going on the field. He sees that FSU has serious culture issues. What is going on at FSU? I really look forward to seeing all the hit pieces published about FSU this offseason. But nonetheless, he's like, you know what? I'm not going to go to a program with a losing culture right now. I'm going to decommit from Florida State. Wonderful to see. And he's opened up his recruitment again. So Sam Spiegelman of Rivals is reporting his top 5 schools right now are Colorado, in no particular order, Colorado, Texas A&M, LSU, Georgia, and Auburn. So a lot of SEC schools and Colorado. Hey, I'll take it. I think we got a great chance of landing this kind of player because, again, when you come to play in the Big 12, it's going to be wide open. You're going to put up a ton of stats here in this offense, no doubt about it. We're going to get a good quarterback to throw you the ball, no doubt. And I think, again, if we finish 10-2 this season, I think that there's a wonderful possibility that we have 4 wide receivers drafted this year, which is insane. Can you imagine what that's going to do for recruits? Because you can come here. CJ Wiley can come here and fit in perfectly with the rest of the cast of, like I said, Cordell Russell, Draylon Miller, Omari Miller, Terrell Timmons, Jordan Onavue, Cam Michael. And he's going to get his. He's going to get his opportunity to burn past these defenders, look like Megatron out there, look like Calvin Johnson out there, and make a name for himself. But imagine the size and speed all on the field for the Buffs next year with Cordell Russell, Omari Miller, Terrell Timmons, and this guy, man. Like, aren't they all like 6'3", 6'4"? Good luck defending the air raid offense even next year after likely Shador's gone. I think Shador said what? It would take $10 million to have him stay. Well, let's open up the GoFundMe. That would be a lot of fun. We'd make a run at a national title, no doubt about it. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, just his ball tracking is really great. He doesn't seem to have any issues getting off the line with his releases. And I'll go ahead and read his scouting report here from Gabe Brooks earlier this year. Big framed outside receiving target with excellent physical tools, multi-sport context, and football pedigree, legitimately 6'4 plus with a large catch radius, capable of becoming a dangerous red zone threat, basketball player who could dunk in junior high. Love that. Ran multiple sub 11 second 100-meter times a year. Also competed in baseball prior to high school. Has shown more expanded route tree than many receivers at the same stage. Displays consistent ball tracking acumen on vertical shots. Willing to work the middle of the field. Shows impressive run after the catch ability. Could be just scratching the surface on unlocking high-end explosiveness and pads. Immense production as a junior. Father earned all SEC D-line honors at LSU and played in the NFL. Projects as a high major receiver with physical tools to play either if needed. Combination of traits, multi-sport context, and on-field evidence suggests future NFL draft candidacy. Yes. Guys, listen to these stats. 68 receptions, 1,473 yards. Guys, that's like a 21.5 yards per reception average and 14 touchdowns. That's what he did last year in the state of Georgia at Milton High School. And 24/7 has him rated 93 overall. The composite has him rated 95, 13th wide receiver in the country, 84 player overall nationally. So a top 100 player right now, has been crystal ball to Georgia. But I would imagine he's going to listen to Colorado. Again, just opened up his recruitment again because of his decommitment from Florida State. So this is an interesting one, guys, to see if we're able to bring him out for a visit. But I think he's destined to become a Buff. This would be just a perfect fit. Just like Julian Lewis was mentioning, and there's not as many air raid offenses as there were 10, 15 years ago. And we're going to air this thing out. No doubt about it. And you want to put up stats. You want to have highlight reel plays. You want to be a part of a team that is in contention for a championship every year and a college football playoff berth every year. Yeah, you can do that at Georgia, Does Colorado in the future have better odds than these other schools that he's a part of on making sure that they get to the college football playoff every year right now? If we continue to build in the way that we are, I would say, yeah. I would say we could be right in there with Georgia. No doubt about it. And I think that we right now have the upper hand as long as we continue to win and being the dominant program in this conference here in the future. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. No one's going to be able to recruit like us in the Big 12. We'll be able to get those high-end guys that so many other schools in this conference are going to struggle to even get in the door for a visit. I feel very good about this. His father's Chuck Wiley, third-round pick of the Carolina Panthers in 1999, spent 6 years in the NFL, two-time All-SEC defensive end at LSU, 1994 through 97. So, as you can see here, things are heating up. Georgia, Texas A&M, he's out on Florida State. But just like Sam Spiegelman has reported, Colorado's in this mix along with LSU and Auburn. So LSU, Auburn, Colorado, Texas A&M, and Georgia. Those are going to be the prediction, or those are going to be the top 5 schools. Now we can go ahead and again take a look at these crystal balls. Oh, I guess this was like way earlier on. These crystal balls to Georgia were way early in the season, in like June. So truly, they have opened up. They have opened up. Colorado is, they hopefully we can see them bring him in for a visit and make a strong push for him to come here. We also have, some other wide receivers that, of course, are committed. How could I forget? And I would need to mention these guys as well. How could I be so rude? Let me go to the 25 class, make sure I got it right. Adrian Wilson, big time 4-star wide receiver, has committed this past weekend from Pflugerville, Texas. 4-star guy. And then we also got Quanell X Farrakhan Jr., who is also committed. 2 other 4-star wide receivers. If we're able to get another one on top of this, I mean, wouldn't that just be fantastic? No short of wide receiver weapons at all. And I can say that, we're starting to show the signs of being able to build a wide receiver pipeline very similar to the top teams in the country, like what Ohio State has done over the years, right? What Alabama has done in the past under Nick Saban, right? I think that this wide receiver pipeline is starting to take shape in that sort of sense. It's not there yet, but it's definitely moving in the right direction. I would love to see CJ Wiley come out here for a visit, trying to manifest it with this video for him to understand there's no better situation right now, in my opinion, to play college football than to come here and play for the Buffs. No doubt about it. So, with that being said, I'll get to some of your comments. I mean, this guy's a real player, man, and I hope that we can make a strong play for him. It's great to see that we've been mentioned again by Sam Spiegelman in the top 5 schools vouching for him. 6'4", 195 pounds. And, it might be, important. Can we get that official Julian Lewis flip soon? Wouldn't that be wonderful? Because then I think you'd start to see some of these other unexpected dominoes start to fall. But who do you guys think will commit first if they're both going to commit? You think it's going to be Carde Smith, the offensive tackle currently committed to USC, or is it going to be Julian Lewis, the quarterback currently committed to USC? Y'all let me know. Of course, before I get to some of your comments, I do want to say I'm doing a really fun show this evening here at 6:30 Mountain Time. Having Brian Gregory on, college football expert, with his channel over at The Era. I think you guys are going to be in for a treat, talking all things Colorado, the chances of them getting to the college football playoff, what he's made of, their fantastic 6-2 season so far. Y'all be sure to tune into that here in just a little bit. Really is what's going on. Peace to the family, Sco Buffs. Yes, absolutely. And looks like a baby Moss. Yeah, he can get deep. He can make those contested catches. Again, put up 68 receptions last year for almost 1,500 yards. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's insane stuff with 14 touchdowns. Yeah, that is baby Moss type of stuff. AJ is better to me. Yeah. Yeah, AJ is better to you. Well, we'll just have to see. Nonetheless, I want to bring in as many blue chip guys that we can get as possible. So I understand, man, if you like certain guys over the others. Adrian Wilson, you like him better? Or are you saying AJ Brown? Yeah, I don't really know. Oh, whoops, I'm sharing the wrong thing right here. You saying AJ Brown? Dude's another Will Shepherd. Yes. Yes. What is Will Shepherd? 6'3"? This guy's got speed, man. So I don't understand how you're going to defend this offense moving forward when the offensive line's getting better. Our running backs are coming back next year, and we're going to be stacked at the wide receiver position as usual. And whoever's going to be playing quarterback, I think they're going to eat. No doubt about it. Coach Barry, what's going on? How are you enjoying those winnings, man? Sup, Dave? Cordell Stewart took a pic with Juju when Juju was a tiny kid, and Cordell ended up following him on Twitter. Cordell supports CU. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, Cordell Stewart's one of the greatest buffs of all time. Oh, no doubt about it. So, yeah, it feels like it's almost like destiny, LeJonte Wester. Well, I guess he's moved off of 10, but, he'll be in the NFL next year. So 10 opens up. That's what Cordell Stewart wore. As well as that's Julian Lewis's number. So I think it could all be something of destiny. Of course, Cordell was in Boulder this weekend, and I'm sure he got his chance to meet and talk with Juju again. So I love how the stars are aligning. I think it would be so cool for him, in a sense, to follow in the footsteps of Cordell Stewart, who we met as a kid, as a youngster. I think that would be really, really neat. Somebody who, Juju looks up to, right? And again, if you haven't seen the Cordell Stewart interview on DNVR last Friday, go find that because it was really great. He was able to talk a lot about how, yeah, he was the best quarterback and best wide receiver on the field most of the time, and it was almost like he was. He was put in the wrong era of NFL football, man. I think if he was in today's era, I mean, he would have crushed it, man. He'd be up there with some of the top quarterbacks in the league, no doubt about it. But yeah, that's why I got it here in my little description. And Julian Lewis to the Buffs, man. I'm feeling very good about it. Let's continue to manifest it. Guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Smash that like as well. Juju has a documentary crew filming his entire high school career, and Scotty McKnight is running the production. When Juju got his first CU offer, he posted a pic of Scotty. Scotty is a CU football legend. I need to be educated about Scotty McKnight. Wide receiver. Here we go. When did he play for CU? 36 years old, so fairly recently. How am I missing him? Let me pull this up here. So that's really cool. And isn't he working with QB Select now too? I think a lot of things. Yeah, 2010. (2008), 2007. Okay. Oh yeah. 2,000 yards almost receiving, 15 touchdowns. Yeah, those are during some dark days, man, with Dan Hawkins and all that. But that's really cool to see that Scotty McKnight is the one producing his documentary. That's that's really interesting. Thank you for that, Coach Barry. Really do appreciate it. Yes, I am back after the bookkeeper. Again, of course, going to make him get his walking papers. I got KSU 14-point win against Houston, and I will walk with another big bag. Oh, yeah. They should definitely dominate Houston. But, dude, I got to say, man, I'm going to be rooting for Houston. We got to be rooting for Houston. KSU needs a loss, man. So, but, yeah, guys, nonetheless, this is great recruiting news, great recruiting momentum, and keep your eyes peeled for more of this stuff, to come out in the news, as we continue to finish out the season on a really strong note. I think that we're going to be able to get some guys that haven't been on our radar or announced to be on our radar until recently or till right now. And I think that's going to be really exciting. Again, people want to come play for a winner. And now, we've had the eyeballs. We're still one of the most watched teams in the country. Okay. Definitely by far the most team watched out West. in the Western time zones, more so than USC, Oregon, BYU, right? They got a national fan base and all that. So things are moving in the right direction here, and we prepare well. Go out, beat Texas Tech. I think this last month is going to be a lot of fun. So, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Going to get ready again for my show here at 6:30 Mountain Time with Brian Gregory of the Era. Please be sure to tune in to that, because I'm also not having the Buff Blitz tonight. Russ is out, so we'll regroup next week as we preview Texas Tech. That's going to be a lot of fun. So really do appreciate it, guys. Oh yeah, KSU is going to lose to ISU. I wanted KSU to lose against Houston, so if I lose the bet, I'll still be happy because KSU lost. Yeah, and some things are breaking in our favor, but we can't let up. That freshman quarterback is still very talented if Morton doesn't go. So, guys, thank you so much. I'll be back in an hour and a half or so. As always, go Buffs.